Hey guys, it's United Way and welcome to a preview of our match against Paris Saint-Germain, which will take place in Chicago on the 30th of July, 2 AM British time. And since I've talked to you last week, there hasn't been an awful lot of relevant news, apart from the fact that we signed Sergio Romero, but I don't think anyone really cares a whole deal about that one. And that Angel Di Maria looks set to leave to our opponents, Paris Saint-Germain. So I was going to say it could be his last game in the United shirt, but of course he refused to fly out. The twat. I'm just a little bit disappointed that Di Maria he's basically pussying out because, he's spent one season in England. He done alright, to be fair. His performances weren't great in general, but his stats are pretty good. 4 goals, 11 assists. That was he got 10 assists in the league, and that was the joint second best, I think, only bettered by Cesc Fabregas. So it's a bit of a weird one. Obviously, living in Manchester wouldn't be exactly ideal for a foreign footballer, but his house was burgled into in January or February, and ever since then his form really took a turn for the worst. And I'm not 100% sure why. Yeah, okay, fair enough. From about March on, we hardly played him. Well, hardly started him, but that made so much sense because Ashley Young was in the form of his life, and in my opinion, he was really working in that system in the 4-3-3 because of Fellaini. If we had played Di Maria in that system, I don't think we would have done as well if we played Di Maria instead of Young because of the system and the fact that because Young was right-footed, he had to turn back and then cross in, which gave Fellaini time to run in at the back post, and it worked 3 or 4 times, I think. I think we scored 3 or 4 goals from it. So, I'm really disappointed that Di Maria looks like he's set to leave. I think PSG bid something like 28.5 million pounds, that is, which is just disrespectful, to be honest. I don't think United would accept anything less than £40 million, but I do have a feeling that we'll probably get something closer to 45, £50 million, which I wouldn't be too disappointed in, to be honest. Now to the actual preview of the game itself. I think PSG mainly have a full-strength team. Some players like Thiago Silva might be missing because I don't know if he actually went to the Copa America. I can only assume he did. But most players would be available to them. I know Ibrahimovic scored against Chelsea. Yeah, he scored against Chelsea. And PSG, they've been doing pretty good in pre-season so far. I checked, they bet Benfica 3-2, I think, Fiorentina 4-2, and then they drew at Chelsea a few days ago and they lost on penalties. And in the Champions Cup, that means you get 1 point. So I don't really understand. For losing a penalty shootout, you get 1 point, but if you win the penalty shootout, you only get 2. So could you not just give 3 to the winner and none to the loser? Is that not how it usually works, International Champions Cup? It's a bit weird, it's very unorthodox, but United are on course to win it. I think if we even draw today, I think we win the Champions Cup again. We retain our trophy, which absolutely no one cares about, and for good reason. But again, we're almost certain to use our tactic of kind of playing a team for the first 60 minutes and then playing a younger team for the final 30. It worked a treat against Barcelona, to be honest, because in the first hour of the game, we were doing pretty well. We were 1-0 up, generally controlling the game, and then we brought on the second team, which mainly consisted of the youngsters, and it worked really well because the youngsters obviously have a lot more pace and energy, so we were able to tire out the Barcelona team near the end of the match, and the younger team scored 2 goals. Lingard and Januzaj scored the goals, and we played really well against Barcelona, so I'd assume we're going to do the exact same tonight again. Van Gaal hinted that the first half team could well be the team that we play on the first day against Spurs, which I really hope it isn't for a couple of reasons. And actually 3 reasons, because Blind is playing centre back, which no one wants, and there's no Schweinsteiger or Herrera. And actually, now that I think about it, the 4-4-2 formation, I don't think anyone really wants us to play that because it just doesn't fit what we have. 4-3-3 would just work a lot better, in my opinion. And also that way we get to fit in our midfield of Schneiderlin and Holding with Schweinsteiger and Herrera just in front of him, which just works out for every player in the team really, because Mata gets to play on the right, Depay gets to play on the left, and we get to stick Rooney up on his own. So I do hope we play 4-3-3 when it comes down to the actual competitive games. For example, the first game of the season against Spurs. But I'm almost certain we're going to still play the 4-4-2 against PSG because we've been doing that the entire tour. But my prediction for the game is 1-1 with us winning on penalties, which would of course give us the trophy for the International Champions Cup. So until next time, thanks for watching and I hope you enjoyed.